Good afternoon, everyone. I'm calling this meeting to order the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging Board of Directors Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. It is 2:35 p.m. at the Lotus headquarters at 965 North 18th Street. Now we'll have our invocation by Reverend Mary Moss.
Let us pray. Precious God, our Father, we thank you again for this day. This is indeed the day that you have made, and we're going to be glad and rejoice in it. As we gather to meet, would you give us, God, the wisdom and the knowledge to move through this meeting with meaning as well as purpose, and to the end that you get the glory. We thank you in advance, in Jesus' name. Bless this food we're about to eat. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
There's some of us been eating.
Yes,
Okay, now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance.
forgive. I said my own.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. At this time, we have an amendment to the agenda to add the resolution to purchase immovable property. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Excuse me, we're gonna go back to roll call.
Sergeant Connie Kirsch,
Present.
Attorney Jennifer Moisant, Attorney Jacqueline Nash, present, Coach Anthony Jones.
No,
Co-
he's not
Coach
coming. He's not
has a
coming. He has a game. Yeah.
That's right, he had a game. Absent, we hope Glen Oaks wins.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Carolyn Coleman.
Coach Carol Coleman?
Council.
President, I've been called worse.
Miss Mary Washington. Miss Kathy Coleman.
Present.
Reverend Dr. Mary Whitley Mouse. Reverend Donald Hunter Sr.
He's en route.
En route. Okay. Mrs. Jerry Booker. I'm messing up everybody today. Senator Larry Selder.
He's absent today.
Sonia Boss. Attorney Tracy Woods.
Here.
Major Frederick Thomas.
Here.
I almost said Link.
Tom,
You want to say link?
I'll answer either or.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum.
Okay. At this time, we have an amendment to the agenda to add the resolution to purchase immovable properties in the suburb Gracie neighborhood.
So moved to make that amendment.
Okay, it's been moved by Jackie Nash Grant and seconded by Miss Mary Washington. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, now I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Okay, it's been moved by Jackie Nash Grant to accept the agenda with the corrections, with the amendments, and seconded by Miss Mary Washington. All opposed? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Next on our agenda, is public comments. We have any public comments? Any public comments? Okay, no public comments? Okay, moving on. Next is our action items. A, certification of Board of Director meeting minutes for June 26, 2025. Need a motion, entertain a motion to certify the meeting minutes from the June 26 board meeting. Okay. It's been moved by Mary Washington. Second by Attorney Tracy Woods. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the next action item is our finance update.
And before, Madam Chair, before we get the finance update, if I could, I'd like to take this a point of personal privilege. One, to say welcome back to Miss Eva Pratt. She's back. She brand new. This is her. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. This is her 4th day back, and we're so grateful to have her back. And also, we're thankful that Trudy came back healed and whole again. She was out. She had major surgery. She was out a month. And lastly, Shan is out. She had a major emergency surgery. So for the last 6 to 8 weeks, I've been running the shop by myself, and I'm just thanking God that they back so that I could go get a break. But I'm glad, no, I'm really glad to have them back. And you know, you realize that they do a lot when you have to do it yourself, right? I just thought the finances was killing me, but that's another story. But I'm just so grateful to have the team back. Shan is at the doctor today to get her release, and the guy says same should be back to work on Monday. So that's great. So our 3 chiefs was out, but everybody is back. So I wanted to say that. And in Mrs. Pratt's absence, my senior staff accountant, that is now the director of finance, has stood in her stead and did most of the work while she was gone. He stepped up in time of need. He helped me, directed me, showed me how to do reports and all the things that Ms. Pratt does. And so he'll just present some information to you. His name is Guy Jackson. He's been with us almost 11, 12 years, but in her absence, he stepped up and he shined and he showed us some things. And since then, he has been promoted. Right? Yep. And he is in training. So he's here for board meeting. All right.
Good afternoon, board members. Good afternoon. The first finance update is for the board approval to close the Hancock Whitney checking account titled Capital City Event Center account. This account has been enacted since 2022. It was used for various COA activities we had in the event center building, located on 6955 Florida Boulevard. We no longer use the building, so therefore the account is active. As of September 2025, the bank statement, the account balance is 0.
All right. So we need a motion to close.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to close this Hancock Whitney Bank account, capital event center. Okay, it's been moved by Councilwoman Carolyn Coleman and seconded by
Tracy.
by Ms. Mary Washington.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? Okay, motion carries. The
Okay.
next,
The second update is to open up a currency bank business club checking account for the housing department. This account will be tied to our house located on 635 North 16th Street here in Baton Rouge. The new tenant is expected to start living there at the beginning of November 2025. So that's why we want to set up a separate accounting record to separate the expenses and revenue from our operating account.
all right, okay. I'll entertain a motion to open a new bank account for Courtesy Bank for the property at 635 North 16th Street.
So moved.
Okay. It's been moved by Attorney Tracy Woods, seconded by Jerry Booker. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And I'll take the last item. You have a
A
question?
few questions.
Yes.
All right, so, what is the process? How many bank accounts, even though you're doing these today, how many bank accounts do we have?
A lot. I want to say, he gonna tell you right now. Let me let him tell you.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 as of today.
At various banks?
Mainly Hancock and Currency.
Yeah.
Currency, I don't know what
It's on
Bank.
Jefferson Highway.
it is. All right. So my next question is though.
Why?
You have 11 accounts and you have, I'm assuming you have appropriate procedures to do reconciliations of each account and we go through the process of looking at all of it, right?
I do reconciliations every month.
Okay. All right.
And we have 11 accounts because we can't commingle a lot of the funds. So some grants go into state money comes in one place, the city funds come in another place, and like he just said, this new house is Housing Authority. We're in partnership with them, going to deposit our money directly, so theirs has to be separate. Yeah. Okay.
I have to do the same thing.
Yeah, you got to do the same thing. Okay, and so for item, any more? That's it? Oh, okay. For item C is, we were requested by Councilman Hurst came and spoke with me about some budget issues, constraints that he's having at the Charles R. Kelly Center. Now, we do have a senior center there where we do our own activities, and they do activities themselves. He has established a senior choir, and he has a musician, a choir director, 2 musicians. He also has a lady that's been there doing line dancing for them prior to us ever coming into the community center. They are short in their budget because their budget has been frozen due to I don't know. Their budget is frozen because of some city issues, and I'm sure Councilwoman Coleman can elaborate on that. He has come to ask me. I don't want to get it wrong why his account is frozen and why his
your account be frozen? You ain't got no money.
right.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
And I go.
Okay. All right. And so he is requesting that we pick up those expenditures from October to the end of December 31st. And if we pick them up, that will be an additional cost to us, about $7,400. And we would have to we're coming to you because we have to get approved from you all, because you've already approved my budget. This is not in my current budget. And in order for me to prop them up or to help them during this time, I would have to have approval from you all. Now, some of the things that I would have to have from him would be that those contractors will have to contract directly with me, with the Council on Aging. We'll have to do a contract with them, and they would have to report to us. They would work for us. They'd have to have their insurance that, of course, would indemnify us. And so there will be some things that they'll have to do. So we can't just go in there and pay their bills. But
you said it's only like for 3 months, is that correct?
yeah, October, November, December, 3 months.
And these are state city employees, or
They're contracted
people?
contract
So they
people.
get a 1099 every year?
They get a 1099
from the city?
from the city and from the Charles R. Kelly Center.
Will we be you?
Oh no, they didn't ask me to borrow. They asked to
They
have.
say absorb.
Absorb. Would you take care of this? We don't want the seniors to go without, is kind of what they said to me. And I said, well, I wouldn't make that kind of decision without my board approving. That is a good idea. And because, if I'm honest, I could have just done it, but because he's been in the news and everybody knows that, they've frozen up their expenses, I don't want to, oh, you did?
I did.
Yeah,
Let me help you, baby. You're struggling.
I'm struggling.
You're struggling.
Okay.
Y'all, it's just simple as this. If you have a child or some children, and, okay, I'm on record. If you have children, and just think of all 12 of us as council persons, and if everybody doing right and one not doing right with your money, and you're going to, you're gonna give the one that's not doing right money, and the ones that's struggling and doing right, something's wrong with that picture. And so I run a community center, and the same services that are being asked for are the services that are being provided by Council on Aging. And so that's why all of us around this table operate on a budget. I don't care if it's at your house, I don't care if it's at your center, I don't care where it is here at Council on Aging. And so I am going to recommend, simply because you're talking about $7,500 every month. That's 3 times, right? Am I correct?
No, it's 75 for the whole 3 months.
For the
74.
entire 3 months. But $7,500, 75 cents, $75.
Yeah.
The same thing there. And so then you went out there and bought side-by-sides in the name of the district. You did a whole bunch of stuff. And your P card, this is just the beginning. This ain't the end of this thing.
Right.
And so your P card, you've overspent in that. I just left a meeting with the mayor, and this was a part of the discussion. And I said to him, and so this 7,500, this is just the beginning, because there's another, the P card, and I tell them too, city parish, you all need to get spanked, whoever allowed him to spend $5,000 every month, going to buy stuff at Costco and all of these other places. And then you've got side-by-sides and they at your house. And so this is just a piece of it.
Yeah.
And then my question is this, did you ask him to come here to the meeting? And what did he tell you?
He had something else.
Okay then, so we got something else to do. I'm telling you, y'all, you got to be a good steward over what you do. Fiduciary responsibility is there, and that is of utmost importance. And so, then there's a $49,000 that is needed for a summer program, of which the parents were paying for anyway, but you're saying you need 49. So this is just the beginning of much to come. And I don't want Council on Aging to be taunted with no foolishness at all, getting in that circle. So that means I can go and not spend right, and I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna ask y'all for 75,000.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to do what you do, because you did it for one, you got to do it for all. So with all of that being said, I'm on record.
You done said a lot.
I'm on record, I am not. I just told the mayor about he was out of order if he even attempt to do that 49,000. If so, you're gonna give me 49.
So let me just say, the request came, and I just didn't want to arbitrarily say no. I said, what I say to everybody, when it's over $1,000 or I feel like I'm uncomfortable, I'm bringing it to my board, right? And that's what I'm supposed to do. And it's on y'all to decide, right?
You mean,
Excuse me.
Okay, that's the purchasing card.
It's a credit card,
The
yeah.
credit card, a credit card, and then the city was negligent, because I said to them, how do you let this get to a large number like that? That is not good oversight. And so now they have put somebody, they reactive instead of proactive, no policies and procedures in place, and I told them about that. And so that's where we are. Yeah.
Reverend Hunter.
Let me take this and put it in front of me so you can hear me. When we're dealing with state and federal funding, or any funding, when you overspend your budgets, that's at your own cost. Actually, you're out of compliance because you've actually written a budget and budget justification and submitted it to be approved. And then you turn around and overspend and come back and ask those who, the grantor, to give you more money, which indicates that something was out of line with the original budget that you got approved. And I don't think that the council board, from a fiscal standpoint, should be involved in supplementing something that actually have overspent. And you really don't know all the reasons why they may or may not have overspent. That's just my personal opinion, and I apologize to you.
I have a question, Councilman Coleman. What is a side-by-side?
Storage.
That thing, that thing you drive, that
ATV.
that wheel ATV.
Yeah.
So it's two of them. Yeah.
Is two of them?
It will be two of them, yes.
It's in the paper?
Yes.
Are you serious?
And I will tell you, several of the council members have said that and I'm not talking about just, several of them have said that it is not anything that Council on Aging should even be involved in. It's not good, it ain't good.
Well, I have this to say. Some of you haven't been around, but I've been around a long time when Council on Aging had all this in the paper, and Chris, whatever his name, putting the thing in my face and everybody's face. And I'm not looking for that again.
Me neither.
My thing is,
Yes, ma'am.
the same thing like the services. We have a person that comes to the centers that do line day. I learned to do all of them from the young man who comes there. So my thing is, it's too bad And I don't usually say no, I'm always too easygoing.
Yeah.
But my thing is too bad, I'm gonna vote no. I'm not having us in the paper over something as silly as line dancing.
Yeah.
Somebody who's been there a long time.
Okay.
He can pay them out of his pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
Simple as that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I do when I was speaking.
Oh, do a roll call vote.
No,
I guess we
just
need to
make a motion. Okay.
Nobody made a motion.
Ain't nobody make a motion, so we,
It dies for.
it dies for lack of motion. All right. Well, I did
I have
my,
one question.
yes,
Do the council on aging provide them type of service anywhere else?
we do. We provide,
So in any way we can work something out, and have.
that, well, for some reason, Charles R. Kelly never used our service.
Yeah.
So they wanted their own people.
No.
So they never
No, they
used,
need
but
to
I
use
got
the
my own
service that
people.
we provide
Yeah,
to take care of people there.
They'll probably
Yeah.
have more fun with the one we send.
Yeah.
They love Donald.
They do.
Love,
Yeah, they
yeah.
do, yeah.
All of this is that, I'm gonna be on record, all of this is already through Council on Aging
Yeah.
at the Leo Butler Center. And so, yes, so if I don't want Council on Aging to provide the services that they have, I need to go in my personal pocket
Yeah.
and pay for that service there. But I can't just do what I wanna do with other folk money and then want folk to run to the rescue. Now, that's just me.
And I'm gonna say this,
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
don't say much. But with us sitting here this evening, and we know, not just concurring with the councilwoman, but
That's
we
correct.
know what just ain't right. Some stuff just doesn't line up, and you know it from the get-go, then it doesn't make sense for us to touch it.
right.
That's not in our frame of reference.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my 2 cents.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Moving on, action item C is the board development report.
The Board Development Committee met prior to this meeting to fill the board vacancy spot left vacant by Geraldine Key. She resigned. Geraldine Key, the one who was the Social Security manager. Yeah, her mother is very
It's
ill.
very ill, yeah.
And she provides the care for her mom. So I'd like to say prayers to her mom.
Yeah.
And we considered 5 candidates for the position, and the Board Development Committee submits to you the recommendation of Maisha Beard. Maisha Beard lives in Zachary. And yes, and she is a social worker, and she's a licensed professional counselor. And what what stood out, what made her stand out is that she has experience in geriatric counseling and working with senior citizens. So the committee submits to you for your consideration and approval and ratification Maisha Beard for the Baton Rouge Community at Large position on this board. And that is a motion. I move.
Who else was considered?
Okay, so the other applicants were Bianca Coates, who is a registered dietitian. She also lives in Zachary. She has licensing as a registered dietitian. She's also a public administration professional, and she's done a lot in the community towards health and wellness. The next one is Beatrice Arvey. Miss Arvey is a retired educator. Miss Arvey, we noted that Miss Arvey, of all the applicants, was a senior. And Miss Arvey has also been very active in the community at large. The other one is, I'm sorry.
Maisha.
The other one is Tia Fields. Tia Fields. Tia Fields is a policy advocate. She works now at the Louisiana Organization for Refugees and Immigrants. And she is also a community impact strategist. She's worked in the community and advocated for those in need. So Ms. Beard rose to the top and the committee recommends her. So this is a recommendation from the committee. I don't think I have to give a motion.
We need a motion.
This is a recommendation, I mean, to the board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I entertain a motion to accept the board's recommendation of placing Maisha Beard on the board to fill Ms. Geraldine Key's vacancy, the seat vacated by Ms. Geraldine Key.
I move this motion to accept Ms. Maisha Beard as the new candidate for board membership.
Okay, it's been moved by Attorney Tracy Woods and seconded by Jerry Booker. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
So we'll welcome her, Tasha and
Trudy. Yeah, we'll have her
at the next meeting. Tasha and Trudy will onboard her.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, next item on the board, on the agenda is the GEOA documentation.
For the board roster, we have to submit annually, before the end of the year, a current board roster, that's been executed, signed, and approved by you all. We, had the other one prepared, so we'll send it. Then we will have to come back at the next meeting, make an amendment to put, Ms. Beard in the open spot.
So
So
will be a voting, like the seniors don't vote for this particular one?
they will vote, they only vote in May, and they'll vote for her and all of you all. So they vote for you every year.
But they vote every year?
Every year. Yeah, at the annual meeting, and that's on May 15th.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, moving on to E, resolutions.
Where those are. Okay. So item E, you have the actual resolution? Thank you. First resolution is a resolution for the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development, Louisiana DOTD, 5310, Enhanced Mobility of Seniors and Individuals with Disabilities. So what this is this is our final year of our 5-year grant that we were awarded from DOTD for our buses, right? And so we're getting 5 more vehicles. This is the last 5 vehicles. But this year, because steel and tariffs, there's some issues. We'll get 2 buses this year, and I want to say they're 12 passenger buses. And this year we're gonna get 3 vans. We've never had vans before, so we'll get 3 vans that are 5 passenger vans, 3 regular seats and 2 wheelchair spaces in those vans. And that will wrap up our grant. And so I'm not gonna read the whole resolution, but it just says that I'm authorized to execute and file an application on behalf of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging with the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development to aid in the financing of operating and our capital assistance project pursuant to FTA transit programs. And it says, the undersigned duly qualified and acting board president of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging Board of Directors certifies that the foregoing is true and a correct copy of a resolution adopted at a legally convened meeting of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging held on October the 23rd. And so we need a motion to accept this resolution.
I entertain a motion to accept this resolution.
So moved.
It's been moved by Attorney Jacqueline Nash Grant, second by Ms. Mary Washington. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
One other thing I wanted to add to that, as you know, after using the vans for 3 to 4 years, they convert to ours solely. So as of today, there are 6 buses, I said vans, but I mean buses, that now belong to the Council on Aging. And by the time we're finished in a couple of years, they will all belong to us. Yeah. Okay. Item B is a resolution authorizing execution of Act 461, a CEA of the 2025 regular legislative session. In this session, as you know, year before last, every year for the last 3 years, our great senator, now Senator Pro Tem Regina Barrow, has been sponsoring the seniors' cultural outing and trip. And this year is like none other. She sent us $75,000 to take the seniors on the trip before June 30th. So the seniors will be going on a trip and getting some cultural experience, not just to the casino, some educational, cultural learning. And so she said we were going, I think y'all going on a bus, a train ride. They voted for a train ride. I think we're taking a train. So they're solidifying the train ride because it's going to be a chartered train just for the COA seniors. It's going to be amazing. All right, but anyway, so the resolution reads, resolution authorizing execution of Act 461 CEA of the regular legislative session on the 23rd day of October 25th at a meeting of the Board of Directors, the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., a corporation held in the city of Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, with a quorum of directors present. The following business was conducted. It was duly moved and seconded that the following resolution be adopted. Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the above-named corporation does hereby authorize execution of Act 461 CEA of the RLS and empowers the CEO to sign said document. And it says, I certify the above and foregoing constitutes a true and correct copy of a part of the minutes of a meeting of the Board of Directors held the 23rd day of October. And if I can get a motion.
Can I get a motion to adopt this resolution of Act 461 CEA?
Is the next one?
That's so moved.
That's for this?
It's been moved by Councilwoman Carolyn Coleman, seconded by Ms. Mary Washington. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
And then what is not on your agenda that we amended earlier because we just got the resolution in this morning. It's a resolution to allow us to finish spending the bulk of the funds that we have in capital outlay for suburb Gracie, Lotus Village Phase 2. This resolution will authorize us to purchase immovable properties in said subdivision and neighborhood, and that we are officially under contract for $705,000 to purchase all the empty lots and blighted property that you see in this area, which constitutes 4 or 5 blocks. And the Director of Housing will come and give you all an update on that. But the resolution reads, be it resolved, and it's really long, so I'm not reading it all, that the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., a corporation, is duly authorized and directed to act on behalf of the corporation and sign any and all documents in connection with the purchase of certain immovable property, the acquisition within the East Baton Rouge Parish, state of Louisiana, more fully described in Exhibits A and Exhibit B, attached hereto and made a part of hereof the property from Riddick Investment LLC and Downtown East Properties LLC on such terms that she may in her sole discretion deem proper and advisable. And it just says the certificate, I certify that I'm duly elected secretary of the corporation. The notice of the meeting of the Board of Directors was properly given to all board members, and the above resolution was adopted on the 23rd day of October 25th.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adopt a resolution for suburb Gracie, Lotus Village Phase 2. It's been moved by Mary Washington, seconded by Councilwoman Carolyn Coleman. All in favor? Aye. Any objections? Motion carries.
All right, so it's my time to shine. So for my CEO report, I wanted to give you all, bring a couple of updates to you. The first one is I want to give you all, have an election update. As you know, we're barreling quickly to our November 15th election. I have a member of the PAC here to report what we have been doing, how things are going, how it's looking, and so you all can answer our questions. Dr. Gilmore is here. As you know, he represents the PAC Generations United that is doing and supporting all our efforts.
Okay, and I was waving at the cameraman because I want to remind everyone that this is a political season, and so I'm going to give you first of all, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've been in 4 meetings today, I'm sorry.
All right.
This is a political update I'm giving you. We have cameras and we have a public audience, and this is a public record, so I want us to be careful in our dialogue and the questions we ask.
Right.
Okay, because this is a public record.
All right.
First of all, we have raised about $40,000. And a lot of that was given to us from another partner, Political Action Committee. And with those dollars, we have had boots on the ground at the various football games, as well as homecoming parade. And I have signs back there. If anyone would like signs for your yard, board members, I have signs and I have more in the car, and I also have push cards. And the election is an uphill battle overall. I believe that we as the Council on Aging, people in the community know about your great work and they believe in what you do. In fact, some of the town hall meetings that I've been in, people go, oh, we don't want to hear from Council on Aging, we know you are great people, okay? But the questions are to the mayor's office, why are you doing this? And that is the uphill battle. So what I say that to say is that the Council on Aging is a winner no matter what happens on November 15th.
That's like telling your kids, you go to the game, y'all gonna win.
Is a winner
no matter
November,
what. Yeah.
We're the only organization that has a second chance next year in November to get our renewal. But we have been pushing hard. We have been pushing hard. We have been advocating hard. We have even been in partnerships with the mayor's office in their efforts. But I've been with you all too long to paint a rosy picture. It is an uphill battle. And it's an uphill battle from all sides, regardless of where you live in the city, regardless of your income. I've been to meetings on both sides. And the interesting thing is that people have some of the same concerns regardless of what their zip code is or what their race is. A lot of people got some of the same concerns about the ability of the city to take money and redirect it to other purposes.
Yeah.
And so for those of you all who may go to some of our normally aligned churches,
they're killing us.
You may see some faith-based leaders who are in total opposition of us, as well as the other, the library and the mosquito abatement. Don't believe that that's in opposition to the great work that we do. Right. That's
So
an
they're not in opposition to us,
They're not in opposition to us.
but to the
idea
vote.
of money being taken and moving somewhere else.
Right.
And I want to, and we tell that to staff, because it's a lot out there right now, and we don't want people to feel deflated.
Right.
Okay? But there is an opposition to the great work that you do. There's opposition to the idea of moving money, and particularly to, in case you all want to get in the weeds of it, the general fund.
Right.
The biggest concerns, and I say that on all sides of towns, is that people believe that once those dollars hit the general fund, they can be done for whatever they want to do. They can allocate us $200 million.
Right.
Because it goes through a political process where our city council members and our mayor have to vote and decide on what goes on. And people are saying that if the money was directed to a specific line item, they may have been more apt to support it. But by the language says general fund purposes on the ballot, that gives a lot of heartache to a lot of people. And I would say that's the biggest hurdle to overcome. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that we aren't running a good race for our seniors. It doesn't mean that we aren't out there communicating, that we aren't connecting, but do realize that this is very different for us.
I have a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Would we say that, can it be said, that much of the strain on the budget now, the changes, are the result of so much money that was taken from the city on behalf of a rightfully a city that's been organized, St. George. Is that the reason why now?
I would never put our councilwoman on the spot, but I would say that a city council member or mayor, and I've said this in town halls, are the best people to answer that question, because our mayor hasn't clearly said it's for St. George. What our mayor is saying, it's for infrastructure, stormwater management, and other debt concerns. So I don't want to stand before you and say it's for St. George, because that might.
I'm not saying for St. George, but caused by the amount of money that had.
I didn't want to say that either. I'll leave that to, you know what I mean? As I've said in town hall meetings, that's a mayor's office question.
You're not saying it, but people who are talking to us are saying it.
Right.
Let's just be honest about it.
Yeah.
The first time, when you say something, tell somebody, vote, and, for the council on aging and the whole Thrive thing, they'll say, I'm gonna vote for the council on aging, but the money, we don't want money in general funds because it's going to St. George. So, you know, we be honest, we are intelligent enough to know, when the mayor, in my church Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't spread the vote either. You can't, as I was.
No, it's three different proposals.
It's three different ones.
Yeah.
That's part of our education piece.
I thought the Thrive.
You would never see, let me say, I'm gonna treat you all as if I treat the folks out in the community.
Please.
You will not see the word thrive on the ballot.
No.
That word is nowhere on the ballot. It is 3 propositions, okay? The council on aging is the 3rd proposition. Tasha, library is first.
Yeah.
then
Library is first,
abatement,
mosquito, and then us.
Council on aging, so you pick and choose which ones you wanna vote yes to.
So for clarity's sake then, because you have enlightened me on that, I've had a number of calls. So then, because people have such a high appreciation for the work of the Council on Aging, and of course, they want to swing that way, they're a little concerned though, but they want to swing toward registering their vote toward Council on Aging. So then, my question is, this is how I want to ask it. Of the 3, can either one of those agencies lose and another one win?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the way I wanted to ask.
You can go in and vote, because I'm in a council on aging setting, I'll say there's no offense to the library and mosquito baby. You can go in and vote yes to council on aging and no to the other 2. You can go in and vote, you know what I mean, no to the library, yes to the library. And if ours passes, then we move forward with our budget and we won't have to have an election next year.
I think that's where.
That's the
people
kicker.
are buzzing at.
They are, we get that question a lot. They think it's Thrive and they think it's all in one, and we always have to say, no, it's 3 propositions.
So all 3 got to pass for the Thrive to actually work, correct?
It's a very good question.
I'm just saying, so council on aging passed, the other 2 failed.
It don't matter, it's still, it won't affect our funds.
But what does it say?
What does it
Thrive,
go?
It don't-
The city, the mayor would have to figure out a way to deal with it.
Okay, that's what.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Because
Thrive is just a marketing tool
Yeah, Thrive
and
is a
plan,
marketing tool.
but it's anything that's actual.
Yeah, and just to let you all know, because Generations Back represents the library and the council on aging. The library, we talk everything about the council on aging here. If you have any more questions, let me know. But the library, they would have to give up $52 million as a deposit initially of what's in their savings account, and then $16 million a year for 10 years.
16 million a year.
Say that one more time?
Library, if you vote yes, would have to give up $52 million.
That's in the bank.
They already got in the bank, because they got like 100-something million in the bank. So they would give up half, and they will have to give up 16 million a year for 10 years
To assist the city,
to support what the mayor said.
to support with the mayor.
Yeah, the debt reduction, stormwater master plan.
So then, how does council on agents work?
Council on Aging, you want to tell me?
Ours is, we will, if passed, we will collect what we've been collecting, around 10 and 11 million annually. There is a portion of money that we could have been collecting,
But because they rolled us back, it's a 0.25 of our millage that we don't collect, nor does the city collect. It goes uncollected. It's a potential for us to collect the maximum amount. So our proposition reads, the Council on Aging for all, it'll say Meals on Wheels, Senior Center, blah, 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 will get 2.0 meals indicative of about $11 million. There will be 0.25 that will be collected that will go to the mayor's general fund, which is about 1.5 million a year, upwards of 13 million over 10 years.
So that's what we will be giving up, is that
1.5 million annually will not come to us. But for us, the reason we're in a better posture than the others is because it wasn't ours anyway. They had already taken it from us since we got it initially, right? After the pandemic, they wrote us back. We couldn't get it anyway. So we have been operating on our amount that we get fine, right? So we can't, you know, it's that bird in the hand and two in the bush kind of thing. We ain't in the bush because we never got our hand on that bird in the bush, even though it could belong to us. But it's not ours.
So net, we not, so only thing, so we have a millage that we want to continue to get. So if they say no and we don't get the millage, what happens?
If they say no, then what happens is because we're early. So we ran in 2016. Collection for us then began to 2018. So our millage that we're in now does not run out until 2026. So between 25 and 26, you have to run your renewal. We were set to run our renewal next year. They asked us to come on board early because, I mean, you know, hey, if you know politics, you know that if we take care of seniors and they're the most chronic voters in the parish, we need to put you on there so we can get your people. That's all it is. And so the negotiation is this for us. If we say no, we're not gonna get on there, then they'll say we weren't supportive, and when we go back to get our initiative on the ballot, it was gonna be an issue for us. If we go with everybody and we lose, then we ought to be able to go back and say, put us on the ballot, right? And we're not gonna get back on that ballot and ask for 2.25. Because here it is, we're in an anti-tax climate. And if they think that it's gonna be an increase, we're killing ourselves. So we're gonna go back on the ballot, win, lose, or draw, and say we could wanna collect 2.0 meals. We don't want the 0.25. We ain't had it. We've been doing a great job without it. We don't want your taxes to go up. Because at 2.0, you, on a $200,000 house, you pay about $20, $25, $22, somewhere between $24 and $25 a year, right? But if I go to 2.25, you're gonna pay 28. What that mean? Your taxes going up. People don't want the taxes to go up. So either way, if we come out victorious on the 15th, then we good. Now, here's what the legal counsel and I have been discussing. For example, if we win and everybody else don't, then we're not getting you the 0.25. We're gonna do what we gotta do to get the 0.25 back because you didn't win. You did what you gonna do with my little money? You need all this money. We want all this do us then. But that's another conversation.
Let me give you an
And
example.
they can't come at you sideways?
I could go at them sideways.
With an attorney.
With an attorney. Thank you, Dr. Gilmore.
Talking points that I've heard that have made this hard. I'm in most districts. Most constituents totally upset about this, okay?
Right.
Most represent Central on up to, of course, Sherwood area, okay? Number one, they don't want any taxes raised. And
Right.
people view this as raising taxes despite a renewal, because as Tasha just said, they're only paying 2.0 right now.
Right.
They rolled us back, Dave Broom rolled us back in the council during the pandemic
Right.
because sales taxes were low. And so they asked, can we get some of y'all money because everybody quarantined, not spending money. And
Right.
Tasha gave up 0.25 to
Right.
support. And just like with this mayor, she went in for negotiations
Yeah.
because we want to be a team player with the city, you know? But folks don't want their taxes raised. And that was a very big common theme over there. And one of the things that was said that has been seen by the mayor's office is that our 1.5 million will be used to fund the stormwater management plan. That talking point didn't work well anywhere we went because
It's not enough.
most citizens stood up and said, that is a $1.3 billion plan.
Yeah.
What does Council on Aging money go do to fill that hole?
Right.
So the numbers and the talking points have not been working well. And it's going to be, and that is an example of where it's an uphill battle, because the numbers, and we have, as Ms. Booker said, we have a very educated constituency of voters. They you know what I mean, they read every document, they ask all the questions. This you can't really get over with them on this one. Yeah. But if you want to sign for your yard, if you want some push cards,
So
let
you
me know.
telling us, you want us to do it or not?
Let me say something. Let me say something here.
Y'all already voted to do it.
I just want to make just a few points here that Zoom you all did the other day. It was very informative. And that was a Zoom with library, mosquito abatement, and council on aging. And they told the story. And then there was cohesiveness on that Zoom. I wanted a copy of that Zoom, but they tell me that it wasn't recorded. They thought they had recorded it, but it was not recorded.
Yeah.
Because I was going to use that, because each one of them was telling the story of what it'll cost. It was excellent. The other thing is, and understand, when this Thrive thing first started, and before I say that, in answer to your question, yes, sir. All right, when this Thrive thing first started, it was a group of us with the mayor that met. When we started talking about this, and all hands were put in, and we were supposed to come up with a plan that was conducive and to get the information out to the people in the manner it was should have gone out. My biggest concern, and still is, and as a matter of fact, I was in a meeting today with him. See, they talk about drainage and infrastructure and all of that, but the people I represent, they want to know about if their pocket's going to be drained. And so they want to know if they're going to be able to keep their jobs. What some are saying, they using that to say if this doesn't pass, all the doom and gloom that's going to be, and it's going to be a lot of laying off if this does not pass. And so that's a big concern of mine. And then the other thing is, Doc, who gave y'all that money, that 40,000?
Political Action Committee, PAC.
Who's PAC?
Wolf PAC, called Wolf PAC. It's aligned with the mayor's office.
Mayor's office. Okay, so the mayor put something in here. So if you take people money, this just means if y'all don't want no truth, don't ask me nothing. If you take people money, then that means you in it.
I agree with you.
Come on now,
100%.
everybody in here. If you take folk money, you're saying that you're in it. And all three of them, and no, you're not gonna see Thrive on there.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Proposition 1, Proposition 2, Proposition 3.
Yeah.
I told them, I said, them signs y'all got out there ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying a thing, so they're supposed to go back and put some labels on there saying Proposition 1 would be whosoever, 2 and 3.
Right.
So that the people will know. Let me tell you what I have seen and heard and found as I roll through. The people do not know what is. They don't know. But once everything is out in the open and the folk know, not saying what way they're gonna vote, but they feel different about it. And that's what's missing.
Yeah.
That's what's missing. Letting the folk know what is real, what this means, the whole 9 yards. They've already developed a budget that's going to cause every entity to do some major cuts. All of us, even in our council districts, in our budget. But I told them they cut my budget, it ain't gonna be good. But that's part of that conversation. That I ain't got enough already. But that's part of the big conversation, y'all.
Yeah.
And so, we just, it is, and I'm gonna say, Council on Aging came forward and they
Yeah.
didn't have to.
That's right.
They did not. They didn't have to. It would have just been them other two on there. But Council on Aging came forward and became the third one. That presentation that they did, it was excellent. It told you if your house was worth this, what you was gonna have to pay. The whole 9 yards. So you're talking about a year. The highest was
$22.
$22.
$5 if it's $100,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it was a $250,000 house,
$30.
$30
Yeah.
for that. But yes, in answer to your question, now I want to say this, and I'm gonna be through. If it pass,
Yeah.
and they get this money, we got the last say on whatever. I don't care what they put out there, and if the council do not put a stamp on them talking about so much got to go to stormwater and whatever, then woe be unto us. And I said today about the fact that don't tell DPW and all these people about a raise. Don't tell them that, because that ain't even in this. It's about sustainability,
Yeah.
keeping their jobs. Period. Bottom line.
Yeah.
And so that's what this is really about.
My grandmother used to say, and I'm from Watson, Louisiana, and we say used to say,
Yeah.
God don't like us. And he ain't crazy like that. I'll say God don't like us. And as we even sit around politically, God don't like us, and he does not consult us when God is making his decision. I'm done. That was my first quote.
Your first close?
I would say this, what we've got to realize is that you have another city.
Yeah.
An enormous amount of the money that was in EBR, the city of Baton Rouge, is now gone. The majority of the people on this end are African Americans. And we have to realize that those other propositions, they're gonna be affecting us more than they will anybody else. And if we don't realize that, have enough knowledge to know that we're voting for ourselves. We're the majority in this city, almost the majority in the parish now. Lord have mercy. And this shouldn't be put out there as if we're not voting to preserve and to create the new city of Baton Rouge, because you got a new city. St. George is gone and got it, and they're going on. Now you are the majority. Far greater. You were the majority anyway. And so now it's your city. And you're gonna have to reshuffle things in order that we may be able to continue to preserve the city as it was, employment-wise, all of the different things that we have, keeping up the streets and so on, and all of the reconstruction, road repairs we've seen. You can't go anywhere without it. Seeing it now, thank God for whatever Sharon Weston Broom did before she left. But this is our city now. And we should be actually out there advocating in a block to carry those other two propositions. That's what we should be doing, if we're smart about it. But now, if you want to go with the cuts and dismantle quite a bit, then sitting out there as if we are alone. But I say, go with all three. And let us be united, because we don't know where we're going with this nation. You have to have some foresight now. We have absolutely no idea where this country is going right now. We know that. And so I'm just want to get that out there on record.
And the last thing I'm going to say is what we better focus on is making our people go vote. That's the biggest thing.
That's the issue.
And then the other piece, both LSU and Southern have games that day. I think one at 12 and one at 2 or something there. And so that's why we're in the fix we in, because they dropped the ball and didn't go forward with it. So that's my story, and this must have been a Coleman meeting today. Councilwoman Coleman meeting today.
All right.
So I have a question. How much is the reduction in the millage for, oh, scratch that. I know the answer. I know the answer.
Okay.
Isn't that $1 million that she said earlier?
But it's not really, it's not a reduction for us.
Because you never got it in the first place.
It's not it's not really a reduction because it never was mine. Nobody ever got it. So it's not a reduction. It's,
So the city's just been using it.
they ain't used it. No, so in our proposition, they're asking for permission to collect it.
Now they want.
Now they want to collect it for them and use it. It's just money that was never tapped into because they rolled us back, right?
Well, I just want to say this.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to go on record to say this to our councilwoman, my seat partner.
Yeah.
Tell your mayor that we don't mind doing things to help our city. But don't try to bully us into it by saying you're gonna lay off this person, and most of the workers he's talking about laying off are our people.
And I want you to know that conversation was had, because when they first came in, you not just from him, but from his other folk there, it was a bullying tactic.
Yeah.
And so I say my people don't do well with bullying, man. Y'all got to back this thing up. And it was a couple of meetings that we had. And see, when they went out there and they saw that there wasn't no movement there, then they had to come back to the table. And so, yes, ma'am, I understand no bullying. I can't be drove.
So I just got, I know, and Dr. Gilmore's gonna hang around and talk to y'all. Just got a couple of more things we're gonna do. Before you go, cause I want you to hear this one part. There's a couple more things we're gonna do, and then we're gonna close. We're gonna shut it down. Yeah, I wanna. I wanna give you just a quick update on our funding, on the money that we have, and our housing and construction projects, real quickly, and then just a couple of things I'm gonna tell you about before you go. This is Miss Trina Sanders. You all met her. She has been working in our housing area. So she got a couple of things. She's gonna be brief and concise.
You got it. Let's get to the point.
Good afternoon, board. Lotus Village Phase 2. We have 2 projects. One being 635 North 16th Street, which is referred to as the Black House, as we mentioned earlier. Working in partnership with the Housing Authority. It will be leased November 1st. Great tenants I think we have for it, very deserving. So we're excited about that. Project 2 is the Gracie subdivision property acquisition. You all just voted on amended resolution. But I just want to share with you for the Gracie subdivision, the capital outlay funding, and kudos to our great Senator Pro Tem, Senator Barrow, who's a great advocate in assisting us in being awarded these funds. For funding year 2023, we received $500,000. This year, we received $1 million in capital outlay funding. Now, part of that, we have to match that 25%, so our portion to that is $500,000. So all together, for capital outlay phase 2, we have $2 million, and of course, we're purchasing the properties that we spoke of, but we also looking to purchase additional properties as well as clean up our community with those funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're gonna get with you, Councilman Coleman, once we close on October, the end of this month, we'll close them. So we'll be getting with you to assist us with the permit in the department to get the permit to demo all this stuff back here.
And then I'd like to say kudos. Is this the area that you went to the folk and had been going and going, y'all?
Yeah.
Tasha had been going to that particular person, asking for that property, asking. They kept saying no.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's that scripture, what that scripture is, when they keep on saying no, no.
Act on.
Yeah, y'all know what I know. Avenge my adversary, avenge my adversary.
Yeah.
Kept going, I just didn't want to go all the way down. I'm just trying to give y'all the credit.
Right.
But then, what happened, they had to finally give in, and kudos to Tasha. I'm telling you, she did not let up off of this. And so I don't know if she's praying night and day or what, or somebody was, but they loosed that property over there,
Yeah.
and now she's able to do this. So
That's right.
just give it up for your old believer. She did that.
You got it.
Yes, she
All
did.
right, and then one other Lotus Village.
Lotus Village at the Lakes, our projected 49 unit in Baker, Louisiana. The total development cost $18.5 million. Right now, we're still working to secure, we have a gap of about $6 million, but we're working on that.
But how much we got so far?
But what we got so far is $12 million.
Yeah.
And as of today, we was just notified, we received $1.2 million from the Dallas Home Loan Bank. So
All right.
yes, we are working, of course, we got 2.9 from the federal government. We continue to work with our state for capital outlay funding. We're going to go after 4% tax credits in the amount of $5.7 million.
Yeah.
And then we also have an application out to the Atlanta Federal Home Loan Bank for $1 million. So we're just saying, we're not worried about it.
We about to get it.
Our units in Baker. So we believe in that. For our EBRCOA owned property, which is our Dumas house, we're working on some upgrades. So we've painted the entire building. We've stripped the floors. We're gonna look at upgrading the furniture there to make it feel more homey. It just needed some upgrades, so we're working on that. And Lotus Village, we worked with our property managers on making sure that our seniors are being taken care of and addressing needs as they arise. And that concludes my report.
Thank you so much. And then, yes, sir.
Before you go on from this, and I know, we may be having a little trouble with our council district, but when you come into North Baton Rouge.
I'm coming.
Those at the lake?
I'm coming. Well, actually, and so I got a project that's on. We got some money for $7.1 million from HUD on Howell, and 55 acres back on Howell Place. But we're working on building up the development. That's 265 units that we're going to drop back there.
Okay.
So when you get this money, you got to kind of get all the pieces together.
Yeah.
And so just a couple of clarifications. One, the $1.5 million that was given back here was not Senator Barrow, it was State Rep Marcel. So I want to put that on the record, our former board member.
Yeah.
The $11 million or 8-point-something million is Senator Barrow for the Baker project.
Okay.
And then I just got a couple of things, and then we're gonna wrap up, huh? Yeah.
You know what the Howell Place part you talking about, Pastor?
Down by the
Across from the YMCA, all that land.
all that land back there, that's ours.
I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, that's straight up.
That's not parking, is it?
No, it's 72nd. 72nd. The hood, 72nd.
I want to make sure he knew
Say you're
that
coming
that was our hometown.
You know that's our home.
Yeah, 72nd. Yep, it's 55 acres back there that our developer partner, Gulf Coast Housing, has, and then so we're partnering with them on that project.
So you own all of that land?
They own all of it. I own Gulf Coast Housing, and we're going to develop a portion of it for seniors. They're also going to do single-family homes. They're going to do condos and cottages. They, meaning Gulf Coast, will do that, and we'll just do the senior piece.
And that's gonna help them.
That's gonna help back there.
YMCA, 'cause I'm on that board.
Yeah, that's gonna help them. That's gonna help them. And just a couple of things. I don't know if you all watched the news yesterday, but the SNAP benefits will stop come November 1st. And in this parish, there are nearly 8,700 seniors in this parish that depend on SNAP dollars. And most of the seniors get anywhere from $15 to maybe $40, not much, but they depend on it. So what we're gonna do as a council, because Ms. Pratt is back and scrubbed our budget, we were under budget for the conference. And so we're going to do a food drive, and I'm gonna bring an 18-wheeler of food in here, and we're gonna give enough boxes for 2,000 or 3,000 seniors to come in and get food, and we're gonna do meats, vegetables, fresh produce, the whole nine. And so we'll be calling on you all to help us, and we're planning that for November the 3rd, right? November the 3rd, we're not playing, we're bringing it in, we'll have
Drop
chicken.
off first at the center.
At the center.
Drop off to my seniors.
We'll try to work that out too. But we're gonna bring food in so that we can give our seniors through our pantry program some food to go to sustain them until the federal government figures out. Huh?
You can drop off at New
Beginning.
Beginning, I'll take care of Zion City.
You'll take care of Zion City? Okay, we'll get together. I'm gonna get you with, Shannon will be back on Monday, she putting it together. And so I'll get you guys with that. And then just,
You know anybody over in Point B?
I don't know them
I
people.
need a truck.
You need a truck? I will talk. I'll talk to you afterwards. I'll talk to you afterwards.
I need a box.
You need a box? I got you. And then just a couple of things. Our Thanksgiving dinner is on November the 20th. And then on the 21st, we're going to give out about 1,200 turkeys. So we'll be giving out turkeys too on the 21st. And so we want to make sure that the seniors don't go without. They can take that turkey and bake it and do all kind of stuff with it, right? So we're going to do that too. And I think that's all that I have. We will be having next week a clinic. Now that you don't have to have a prescription, all the seniors need their COVID shots. And Trudy will send you out the date, but we're gonna do a clinic so you can come in and get your shots where you don't have to, no pay, just bring your information. We're gonna do it at the Lotus Center like we normally do. They put us on hold, but Albertsons, the pharmacists, they're gonna come and inoculate everybody who wants their shot.
So they don't have to have a prescription?
Now you don't have to have the prescription. They changed it, yep. They changed it left and right every day. They changed it. Yeah, so come on and get your shots. So we'll get y'all.
I need all of them.
We're gonna do COVID, flu, pneumonia, RSV, and tetanus. And shingles and tetanus.
No.
You gotta come back.
You can do
don't
3
wanna
of
do
them.
shingles with anything.
Shingles hurts a lot.
I did COVID, flu, and shingles, and I almost lost it. That was too much for me. Yeah, I was done.
You can do COVID and shingles together.
Yeah.
And they will they will tell you
separate
you
arms.
can do shingles and RSV, but I would not recommend that. Do shingles the 2 days by itself. I was sick as a dog from shingles and RSV.
All right.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay, moving on. Order, please.
Yeah, all right.
Moving on, under unfinished business.
Reverend. All right. Rev, okay, one thing.
Under unfinished business, please, if you have not completed your ethics training, please get that in and get it to Trudy as soon as possible.
Oh, one other thing, December, what's the date? The Governor's Office of Elderly Affairs, they're coming out, they're gonna do a 2-day site visit.
10th through the 12th.
The 10th through the 12th. I'm supposed to notify you all, our board chair has received the letter, but they're gonna come out and go through everything, and so. Oh, we good. It's Pratt back now.
Okay, any new business? Okay, I entertain a motion for adjournment. All right.
Thank y'all so much. Great seeing y'all.